John Cena's hometown return could change everything we thought we knew about WrestlePalooza. The wrestling world is buzzing with anticipation as WWE prepares to deliver what might be the most emotionally charged Monday Night Raw of the year. This isn't just any ordinary episode. We're talking about John Cena stepping foot in his home state of Massachusetts, just days before potentially the biggest match of his legendary career. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this homecoming advantage exactly what Cena needs to psychological dominate Brock Lesnar? Or will the pressure of performing in front of his home crowd become his biggest weakness? Mark your calendars and clear your evening plans, because Monday, September 15th, 2025, WWE Raw emanates from the Mass Mutual Center in Springfield, Massachusetts, with a special early start time that's already raising eyebrows among wrestling insiders. The show kicks off at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 4 p.m. for our West Coast viewers, giving fans an extra hour to dissect every moment before WrestlePalooza arrives. The marquee attraction centers around John Cena's highly anticipated live appearance, where he'll directly address his WrestlePalooza opponent, Brock Lesnar. For newer wrestling fans, this face-to-face confrontation represents the final psychological warfare before these two titans collide in what's being billed as the main event of WrestlePalooza. Cena, often referred to as the greatest of all time, returns to his Massachusetts roots at a crucial moment in his career. And this is the part most people miss. Performing in your hometown can either elevate you to superhuman levels or create overwhelming pressure that leads to career-defining mistakes. But the drama doesn't stop there. Wrestling fans are in for a treat with a highly anticipated face-to-face meeting between two of the most polarizing couples in modern WWE history. AJ Lee and CM Punk will come face-to-face with the current Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch and World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins. This encounter promises fireworks, especially considering the complex history between these wrestlers both inside and outside the ring. For those unfamiliar with wrestling dynamics, when former champions and current title holders meet like this, it often sets the stage for future storylines and potential championship challenges. Here's where the controversy really heats up. LA Knight finds himself in a precarious position after being blindsided by Jey Uso's devastating spear last week. The big question everyone's asking is whether LA Knight will seek immediate retribution or take a more strategic approach. Meanwhile, Jey Uso appears to be embracing a darker, more aggressive persona. But is this character evolution genuine, or is it a calculated move to gain psychological advantages? Wrestling purists argue that this shift contradicts Jey's natural babyface character, while others believe it's exactly the edge he needs to succeed. The Uso storyline presents another fascinating subplot that has fans divided. Are Ginny and Jey Uso allowing personal distractions to compromise their preparation for their upcoming match against the Vision at WrestlePalooza? Some wrestling analysts suggest that internal family dynamics might be affecting their professional focus, while others argue that their real-life chemistry gives them an unbeatable advantage. What's your take? Do family connections strengthen tag teams or create unnecessary complications? Women's wrestling takes center stage as Io Sky and Stephanie Vaquer make their final preparations for their Women's World Championship match at WrestlePalooza. This match represents more than just a title bout. It's a clash between different wrestling philosophies and international styles. Io Sky brings her Japanese strong-style background, while Stephanie Vaquer represents the rising Latin American wrestling movement. But here's the twist that has everyone talking. Will the Kabuki Warriors show respect to Nikki Bella after last week's tension-filled encounter involving Rhea Ripley? For newcomers to wrestling, these backstage politics often influence match outcomes more than pure athletic ability. Intercontinental Champion Dominik Mysterio has every reason to celebrate, having recently captured the AAA Mega Championship at Worlds Collide 2 in a controversial victory that has the wrestling community split down the middle. This dual championship reign places Mysterio in elite company, but critics argue that his success comes more from family connections and faction interference than individual merit. The celebration promises to be eventful, especially considering Mysterio's tendency to attract both supporters and detractors wherever he appears. The evening's action also features Lyra Valkyria facing off against the Judgment Day's Roxanne Perez. This match might seem like a standard contest on paper, but it represents a crucial opportunity for both wrestlers to gain momentum heading into WrestlePalooza season. Valkyria needs a statement victory to establish herself as a legitimate contender, while Perez must prove that her association with the Judgment Day enhances rather than overshadows her individual talents. For those planning to tune in, WWE Raw streams exclusively on Netflix, making it more accessible than ever for both longtime fans and curious newcomers. A Mass Mutual Center in Springfield provides an intimate venue that should create an electric atmosphere, especially with John Cena's hometown supporters expected to pack the arena. But here's the question that's dividing wrestling fans everywhere. Has WWE become too predictable with these hometown advantage storylines, or does John Cena's genuine connection to Massachusetts create authentic, emotional stakes that can't be manufactured? Are we witnessing the beginning of Cena's final championship run, or is this just another chapter in a career that refuses to conclude? What's your prediction for Monday night? Do you think Cena's homecoming will give him the psychological edge he needs against Lesnar, or will the pressure prove too much? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't hold back if you disagree with the popular opinion. After all, the best wrestling discussions happen when fans aren't afraid to challenge conventional wisdom. This preview reflects the most current information available as of Sunday, September 14th at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, though WWE has a reputation for last-minute surprises that can completely reshape an evening's entertainment. Steven brings decades of WWE fandom and professional writing experience to his wrestling coverage, combining creative storytelling with analytical insight to offer readers a distinctive perspective on wrestling news and developing storylines.